Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with ManaMan, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got Searching for War. That is right, what the heck do we got going on here? Well, first off, let's go ahead and just start off with the Kami War here. Now this is a big, juicy enchantment saga card. It's going to cost a red, green, black, blue, white, and 1 colorless mana, and then exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and then you're going to be able to make them discard a card, and then you're going to exile it to make Okagachi Made Manifest, which is all colors, flying trample, and if you get this thing out, it is absolutely game over. It's just an absolute beast. Whenever it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard, and then return it to your hand, and then it just gets bigger. So you're getting value on top of a huge flying trample creature. Absolutely nuts. If you get this card out, it just value city. It just takes over games. But now, when we are searching for war, how are we going to be searching for it? Well, in Search of Greatness. Now, this is an interesting card I wanted to bring back up because we're so enchantment heavy in Kamigawa. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with mana value equal to 1 plus the highest mana value among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. So you're going to be able to just plop down free enchantments for free. Pretty freaking awesome. And if you don't scry once, that's pretty cool. So with Search of Greatness, what we're going to be able to be doing is going in for turn 3. Hopefully you'll be able to go for a borrow time or a restoration or even a teachings or something. But what you want to be doing is just spamming the board with enchantments, and then you'll be able to just keep playing things for free. So obviously we've got 6 cards that cost 3. More cards that cost 4, some cards that cost 5, but eventually you're going to be able to just stair step your way into a bunch of different value. So obviously Borrowed Time is just here for removal, but it's obviously a very good card. We got the Restoration here. Search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, shuffle it into your hand. You may discard a card when you do target permanent card with mana value 2 or less, and you just put it onto the battlefield. This is really awesome because you can actually just use this for a land card, and a lot of times you're not really using a permanent card. You're going to be wanting to use the World Tree. So when the World Tree is in your graveyard from getting milled out with Teachings of the Kirin, you're going to want to use the World Tree with the Restoration because this is going to allow you to have any single color land as long as you have 6 or more, and obviously we're going to need a lot of different color of land for the Kami War. Now, if we don't have the World Tree for the Kami War, we can also get it out with In Search of Greatness. If In Search of Greatness is on the battlefield and you have a Skeletal Swarming or Spirit Sister's Call, you can just cast it for free and you don't have to worry about the colors. But either way, you need a World Tree or In Search of Greatness to be able to cast this wonderful, wonderful card. And usually it is pretty consistent. Now, you're gonna, obviously not every single match you're going to be able to cast it, but man, when you do, it's absolutely a wonder. Obviously, we've got Hallowed Haunting because we needed a 4-drop here. We needed more than just Binding of the Old Gods, which is a wonderful card. But Hallowed Haunting is going to be really good here because there's not really a whole lot of other cards in these colors that have enchantments for a 4 cost. So I was kind of on the search for it. Hallowed Haunting is definitely going to be it. Now, Spirit Sisters is really awesome here. Gotta take a shout out to this card. At the beginning of your end step, choose target card in your graveyard, and then you may sacrifice a permanent that shares the card type. So you're gonna be able to sacrifice an enchantment and then get an enchantment from your graveyard. And obviously, because we've got the Teachings and the Commune of Spirits, we got a few different things that we can do to mill out our graveyard. So when you use Spirit Sister, here we go, the Spirit Sister's Call, you're going to be able to sacrifice In Search of Greatness because by that time, usually In Search of Greatness will just be on the battlefield and you can just get rid of it. Or you can get rid of Binding of the Old Gods because creatures you control gain Death Touch until end of turn. Let's be honest, no one cares about that ability, but it does stay on the battlefield. So if you can sacrifice it with Spirit Sisters, Binding of the Old Gods and In Search of Greatness are 10 out of 10 targets. Just pop them away and you can just get out of Kami War. You can even get out of Colossal Skyturtle for frick's sake. I mean, Colossal Skyturtle, it's got Ward, and you can use Channel 2 different things. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand, which is great. You can just go ahead and snag whatever you need, or you can just use it for the blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand. This is actually a really good disruption card, and then obviously you can just use it for the flying and Ward cost. The Ward 2 is just an extra little bit of zesty pepper on top, so absolutely awesome. And Skeletal Swarming, not last but not least, is just going to allow you to apply some offensive pressure. Obviously the lands here, we have mostly green with a little bit of sprinkled black because we do need black and white tokens here. Mana sources here. Obviously the World Tree, Commune with Spirits allows for a little bit more consistency. But this is the Kami War. I'm so excited to get into this. In Search of Greatness works so well. I think we've pretty much maxed out the way In Search of Greatness can work with the Kami War. So without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Bench Planeswalker, how we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep. I never like being on the draw with this deck, but oh, okay. Let's see if they take a mulligan here. You know what we do on this channel? We take the friendly mulligan. Hello. I would really love to play. Being on the draw versus aggro is very, very dangerous here. So Hive of the Eye Tyrant, I guess I just had a funny feeling that we were against control here. So we can go into turn 1, Commune with the Spirits, and we can go into turn 2, Search of Greatness. That's actually pretty good here. Let's go ahead and use Commune with the Spirits. I would like to get maybe a World Tree, or let's see, a Restoration. That's actually pretty good here. So actually not kind of a weird spot. We can go and Search for Greatness. Turn 3, we go for like Borrowed Time or something. So I kind of would like to get into a Binding of the Old Gods now that I know that we're playing black. I know that seems a little bit strange, but what we can do is go in Search for Greatness. Then we'll be able to use Borrowed Time. Ooh, they actually take a Foretell, so okay. Well, either way, let's go ahead and for green here, and let's go for In Search of Greatness. I want to get this out on the battlefield as soon as possible, because we get to scry, we get to do some things. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, we actually see red here. Okay, so they're going to go for Vanishing Verse on our In Search of Greatness here. Okay, well, we do get another one. We do get another one. I think I'm actually going to play it. I think it's better than using Teachings, so yeah, I guess we'll just play another In Search of Greatness, sir. So, take away one, we get another one. They waste their Vanishing Verse, we'll go ahead and thanks. Thank you. It's not easy running In Search of Greatness this high, so they go for a 2-2 here. Let's go, yeah, we would definitely want another land here. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and play this for black, just in case we don't be able to do anything else. Now, here's the tricky part. Do we want to go for Binding of the Old Gods? We're going to say Thinking here. We can, whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. I don't really want them to create a treasure. You may discard 2 cards, then if you do, draw that many cards. The cool thing here is we can use Borrowed Time and then get rid of this, and then we'll be able to use Binding of the Old Gods for free. So because of that, we want to go for Borrowed Time first. So discard 2 cards if you do, draw that many cards. I don't know if I care that much. So we'll go and use Borrowed Time. I guess we'll get rid of this thing. I don't want them to create too much treasure. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. I know it seems a little bit weird, but this is just going to be able to discard 2 cards, then you draw that many cards. We're going to be able to use Binding of the Old Gods on this. So I don't know if I really that care. And I don't even know if they really want to discard the cards, so Triumphant Adventurer, that's going to be interesting. So we can go for Binding of the Old Gods for free now, baby. Binding of the Old Gods, let's go ahead and get rid of this Kiki-Jiki nonsense. We do get another Shattered Sanctum, search for a forest card. We get a land here. This is really nice. Now, unfortunately, we don't have like a World Tree or anything. The World Tree is going to be pretty much what we need here to cast this Kami War. But we do have enough for 2 Teachings of the Kirin. This thing has Death Touch. So it's kind of interesting to see this being played in not Alchemy, because usually it's Alchemy that this is being played in. So another couple cards here. We get all of our cool stuff, but it's honestly in the graveyard. We need a Commune with Spirits or a World Tree, because the Kami War is a cost 6, so we can't really just cast it with In Search of Greatness. So they actually are running dungeons here. That's actually really interesting. If they swing in with the Triumphant Adventurer, definitely going to be double blocking here. So they actually, are they going to do it? They are. They are. So what are they going to do here? Scry another 1. Interesting. Interesting. So I am actually 100% going to be double blocking here. They can only do 1 damage. So this will actually just be a 1-for-1. Cool. Sounds good. Now we can get an Overgrown Farmland. That is not going to cut it. We're going to go and scry that away. Let's go for something big and juicy here. We get a Skeletal Swarming. You know, it's better than, you know, it's better than what it could be. So, okay. This is pretty good. We'll be able to use Skeletal Swarming, and then because this is a 5-drop, we'll be able to get into the Kami War eventually. So I don't know if I really want to trade here, because I want them to be not able to attack. So we're going to go for the Skeletal Swarming and then not attack, because if they want to swing in to get their value from the dungeon here, oh, they actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So Skeletal Swarming is going to pop off. Skeletal Swarming is actually the next best thing other than a World Tree or something, because now that this is a 5-drop, In Search of Genesis will let us cast the Kami War for free. So if they want to swing with this Selfless Paladin, they're going to have to pay the price by just trading with it, unless they have some sort of removal. But we're going to be able to have the Kami War for absolutely free because of In Search of Greatness. So they do get into another land here. I wonder what this Foretold card is. That's really weird. So Fateful Absence. Okay, so you know we do snag a clue token. Let's see what they want to do. They're going to create a treasure token, or target creature can't attack. I don't think they're going to do that. I would assume they go ahead and just make the treasure token. Yep, so there's the treasure token. We go down to 17, but we're not that threatened on our life total here. Hopefully they don't have some sort of removal on our In Search of Greatness. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing here. But now it is time. In Search of Greatness into the Kami War. That is right, baby. Let's go ahead and do it right now. So if a creature attacking, it causes another one. I kind of want to just get rid of the selfless paladin, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, they can, if it triggers twice, I don't really care, because they don't have nothing to trigger with. And we do get into the World Tree. The World Tree is nice, because now we can do this. So, let's go for the Kami War. Because we casted In Search of Greatness, we actually get 2 of the lore counters, which is nice. So we do that, and we just discard it away. Look how good that is. This is going to be exiled, come back in as Kirin. I always want to say Curlin, because, you know, obviously, we like Curlin here. And let's just go ahead and just pop this clue token. We might as well. No downside in doing that. We get a Borrow Time. Borrow Time is going to be really good in due time. In due time, Borrow Time will be good. Let's go and drop the World Tree now. Let's just go ahead and end the turn. We'll get another Skeletal Swarming. Look at the value that you can accrue with this deck. It's absolutely nuts. Next turn, we're going to be able to get Kagachi. So, yeah, they go ahead and take a Doom Scar. That's not that big a deal. We're going to take a Hallowed Haunting just for fun. Sure, sounds good. And look at this. We're going to... Oh, my God. The Kami War, baby. Look at that. Kagachi, it's made manifest. They go ahead and give us an oops. We're gonna play the Hallowed Haunting. And yeah, go and end turn. We get another Skeletal Swarming just for some more offensive pressure here. And this is gonna be what we do here. Hopefully they let us swing in, but even if they don't, this is really awesome. We're gonna be able to swing in with the self-made, or yeah, the made manifest here. In Search of Greatness. At this point, the Search of Greatness is just letting us scry, which is still pretty cool. So we do get a Restoration. I am actually just going to swing, nothing too fancy here. And look how awesome this is. Whenever it attacks, you're going to be able to snag a card, or exile a non-land card. Sorry, defending player chooses a non-land card from your graveyard, return it to the hand, and then we get plus X+0, where X is the mana value of that card. Now, I do think they're going to take the weakest card. It's just going to be Commune with the Spirits. Now, that's actually a pretty good card. That's actually a pretty good card here. They're going to go ahead and use Hive of the Eye Tyrant to block out our Skeleton token, which is fine. We're still going to do a whopping 7 damage here. Let's go ahead and drop Commune with the Spirits. Hopefully, we can get into something big here. We get into a Binding of the Old Gods. Now, because this is a land card, we don't really want to do that. So, I guess we'll just go for Borrowed Time, I guess. Sure, I guess. It's fine. We'll go for the Restoration. Yep, we'll go for Restoration here. We'll be able to cast another ability with the Haunted Haunting, and you can just see that we're just absolutely just mauling our opponent here with just unlimited value. Skeletal Swarm is going to create 2 more skeletons, and this is just what the deck is about, baby. I appreciate our opponent. Our opponent probably knows that it's probably a good game. I don't think... Oh, a Thundering Raiju. Yeah, this is going to be it. So they can swing in here, but just more scry action with the Search of Greatness. We do get our Colossal Turtle. This is so good. I am actually going to... We'll just discard our Borrowed Time. Discard a card. We can get another thing for turn for 2. We'll just go for the Teachings here. This is so good. The Colossal Skyturtle, we're going to be able to just cast, but let's just go ahead and just cast it for now. We can use this to discard a card. I think we can just do this for lethal at this point. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and give us a good game, but yeah, what a fun deck to use. I'll tell you what. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more Magic deck videos every single day. Eric 5-0, how are we doing here? We're going to keep this. Pretty solid little hand here. So we got 2 Kami Wars. Go ahead and slide these over because these won't be played for a while. Guess we'll go with the Shattered Sanctum. Yeah. We'll go for Overgrown Farmland. Just in case we get into a turn 2 Genesis, I think it's better to go into Genesis. In Search of Genesis, that is. So they go for, oh, okay, nice Overgrown Farmland. I see you, I see you. So let's go ahead and drop this. I guess we can go for, yeah, let's just go for green. We'll go for Teachings. We'll get a nice little mill action here. Go with a little Spirit Creature. See what we got. We got a little Borrowed Time action in the graveyard. So we're going to need a little bit of help here. We got a little, let's look at Binding of the Old Gods. I would like to see like a World Tree or something. So the Kami of Transience is going to be a nightmare. Put a 1/1 counter on this. That'll be nice in due time. We'll go for Shattered Sanctum. We do have a Binding of the Old Gods next turn. But for now, we'll just go for the Teachings. Let's do some more mill action. Oh, there's our Search for Genesis. And I'm actually not going to swing in here. This thing's going to get really big, so if they drop more than 2 enchantments, we are looking not very good. Hopefully they don't go for the Jukai thingy. So they go for the Generous Visitor instead, and they go for Van Helsing's Holy War. Okay, that's gotta be like alternate art, right? So this is gonna be what, a 4/4? Not good, not good for us. They're gonna be able to exile one of our spirit creature tokens. We're just gonna take this. We're just gonna take this. I think we don't really have any choice. We go for a Skeletal Swarming. Okay, so this is gonna become a 2/2. At this point, obviously, we're just going to go for Binding of the Old Gods, and we're just going to have to take away this Kami of Transience. Things going to just get too big. Too big, too quick. We're going to go and pop this thing. It can come back, but it won't be able to come back for a while. Not going to attack. At this point, we are definitely playing Stone Cold Control. We're going to need a World Tree to be able to cast this Kami War here. Borrow Time. I wonder what they're actually... Are they going to use the Binding of the Old Gods, I'm assuming? No, they're actually just going to take our Spirit token here. So that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't think they're going to swing in. I would definitely be interested in taking them out here. So, for a forest card, this is going to be... Okay, so we can't cast the Kami War just yet, which is an absolute travesty. But, you know, it is what it is. So... I don't think I really want to attack, but if a creature dies here, we can get an extra Skeletal Swarming token. So, I guess we're going to do it. I guess we'll do it. They don't block or anything, so we are going to go aggro here. Skeletal Swarming. We need to get into a World Tree. A World Tree of this or a Commune with Spirits. Usually, with 4 World Trees and 4 Commune with Spirits, we're usually not that starved. But, you know, it is what it is. This is going to be a, what, a 3/3, a Borrowed Time. This is going to go up to, what, a 4/4 now? So we are pretty desperately needing... Oh, they get rid of our Skeletal Swarming. Okay, I actually see it. That actually does make sense. I guess we'll just say no. We'll just say no. Because if we swing in, we can get rid of this Kami of Transience. Yeah, I think that's like kind of decent. So for now, we'll just say no. We'll take the 3. We do get another Teachings. Now we get Death Touch, which is kind of cool. This thing does not have to attack anymore. This thing can. I kind of want to get rid of this Transience, and we do get another body if we exile a creature. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And we'll exile a target creature, and I want to get rid of this thing so it can't come back. So that'll be a 1/1, another body that we can use. This is just so unfortunate we can't use the Kami War. If we could use the Kami War, I think we could pretty much seal this game off. Not really showing off the impressive nature of this, but let's go for Teachings of the Kirin. There's a ton of different things we can do. That's the problem here, is there's like a ton of different things we can do, truly. We can get a Colossal Turtle, we can get a Commune with the Spirits, we can get a World Tree to be able to drop this Kami Wards. This is the first match I've had that's just not being able to come out on time. Usually we're worried about getting stomped out by aggro, not by this, so really unfortunate here. So they're going to go up to a 4/4. As long as they don't have any sort of trample, we can still just kind of just keep pecking away. This is actually kind of interesting here. They actually give us an opportunity to... I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually just going to block with everything here. I want to be able to kill this Generous Visitor. I'm assuming they probably got something up their sleeve, but, I mean... So, okay, we take a 3-for-1 here. We finally get a World Tree. Thank goodness here, because we really needed this World Tree here. Now we can finally get our Kami War. We're going to be the exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls. And because they went ahead and took away our Pride and Joy with the Borrowed Time, I think we'll go ahead and get, what, back? Our Skeletal Swarming? So we go ahead and get that back. I'm actually... no, we just still can't attack because they can just block us off here. So, no attacks here. We create another Skeletal Swarming, and now we can drop another Kami War, which is going to be just phenomenal. They're going to use the Rangers Classic, get a 1/1. At this point, I am very intent on just chump blocking here. So they're going to put a 1/1 counter on the Naturalist. We could actually double block again. Yeah, I think that's in our best interest. We can do this... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll be able to take away the Naturalist here. Go down to 10. And not too big a deal. We get an Overgrown Farmland. This is awesome here. Return up to 1 non-land target permanent to its owner's hand, and then each opponent discards a card. What do we want to take? I think we'll just get rid of the wolf token because it actually goes away forever. So just get rid of the wolf token here, and they have to discard another Rangers class. And now here it is, baby. We get Kirin touch. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. So we get another Kami War here. Let's go ahead and just swing in because we have to swing in here. And what do we want to get rid of? We can get rid of. I think we just get rid of the Rangers class. So we go for Kami War number 2. Get rid of, we can just get back, yeah, and we take it, baby. The Kami Wars are too big. MNix84, how we doing here? This is a decent hand. It's actually not the greatest hand because we have 2 world trees, so we won't be able to get into Search of Greatness on turn 2. So a little bit unfortunate there, but you know, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. We can go for Commune with Spirits. Yeah, we might be okay. So fortunately, going second against aggro is a nightmare matchup. So thankfully they don't have anything going on here too quick. So let's go for the Commune with Spirits. I think we're actually just going to need a land here. We can go for Teachings of Kirin, but unfortunately we're just a little bit too low on land, to the point where I think we just need probably at least 1 more land. Yeah, let's just go ahead and just grab an Overgrown Forest. Or farmland, rather, excuse me. Okay, so I wonder what we were playing. We were playing, I guess, like black-white control, maybe? And still nothing, huh? That's a little bit peculiar. Okay, well, let's go ahead for Overgrown Farmland, and we'll just go for In Search of Greatness for now. But pretty slow start here for both of us. Going against aggro, especially on the draw, using this deck is pretty nightmarish. So, okay, we're just getting In Search of Greatness. Guess we're just kind of after a land. Skeletal Swarming is actually not that great right now. We just kind of probably would prefer another land. So we do get a black source, which is nice because we can use that for Binding of the Old Gods, but they don't really have anything played right now, so I'm really confused. Really bizarre here. I guess we could go for the Colossal Skyturtle, discard this, and get a Commune with the Spirits. I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. We'll just get a Commune with the Spirits. The Colossal Skyturtle is pretty good late game, but yeah, I mean, we're just gonna... Okay. So, Commune with the Spirits it is, and we're definitely gonna be looking for a land source. We do have Hallowed Haunting, which is pretty nice. But at this point... Yeah, at this point we can still cast Spirit Sister's Call, so... Let's go ahead and just get 1 more land in case they've got some removal. I'm sure they've got some removal, so... Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll pass turn, and our opponent hasn't done anything yet. So, oh, okay, here's the Wandering Emperor. Okay. So.
Now you've done it.
Now I've done it?
Guards, to me.
Oh boy. Okay, so they dropped this. I'm assuming this is probably what, some sort of control deck. I mean, okay. So they've got the Wandering Emperor is live in all of its glory. Kaya, the inexorable. So, okay, here's some sort of removal. I'm assuming they're going to take away our greatness.
I got a job to do.
What's your job, huh? They're actually not. They're actually going to let us keep the In Search of Greatness, which is interesting. We can still go for Binding of the Old Gods. Yeah, this is going to be a 3-3. Not going to tickle.
Tell them how we greet our enemies.
Skeletal Swarming, let's see. We can play Binding of the Old Gods here. Don't really want... Skeletal Swarming is an offensive card, and we're on the defense, so we are not going to be doing that right now. Put this over here. I guess we'll just go for Overgrown Farmland. We can set out the Spirit Sister's Call at this point. But, that's kind of hard. I think we have to go for Binding of the Old Gods, unfortunately, because we need to get rid of this Kai the Inexorable. They can just go ahead and exile target non-land permanent. So I'm just going to go ahead and just go for Binding of the Old Gods on the Kaya. I don't want them exiling any of our cards.
I'll bounce back.
This way we can cast with In Search of Greatness. We can get the Spirit Sister's Call for free. So Shanley Gas, okay, yeah. Next turn, we're setting up for a Spirit Sister's Call, and then we'll be able to have enough land with the World Tree for enough colors to cast the Kami War.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Fast and hard, that's a little bit unfair. So we're going to go down to 13 here. Let's say if it's something else. I mean, we're sitting okay. Just okay, though. So In Search of Greatness is going to pop off. We're going to get the Spirit Sister's Call for free, which is amazing. Just amazing. The Binding of the Old Gods is going to kick off as well. So search your library for a forest card. I think we're only playing 2, so you got to be a little bit careful here. There's our last forest card. place down the forest, and now that the world tree is active, we will be fine to cast the Kami War. And I just want to see what we want to cast with the Kami War. We can exile target non-land permanent. At this point, I mean, is it going to be the Wandering Emperor? I'm almost not even that threatened by the Wandering Emperor at this point. I kind of just want to get rid of the beat stick. So we're actually going to go for the Kami War, obviously. I think we're actually just going to exile this Samurai. I know it doesn't seem great, but I'm just kind of more worried about our life total right now. I think that the longer this game goes, we'll probably be okay. So I'm just more worried about the damage we're taking. So they're going to Deadly Dispute. Not great, but it is what it is. And we can actually use this. Now we can pop off our Search of Greatness, because the Search of Greatness is pretty much dead at this point. So we can actually pop this off, or we could use Binding of the Old Gods. What do we want to do? Do we want to keep the In Search of Greatness? I think we'll keep the In Search of Greatness. Yeah, because the Binding of the Old Gods giving everything Death Touch is just not that good. We'll go ahead and pop this, and then we'll get back our Colossal Skyturtle. So I absolutely love this Colossal Skyturtle. Pretty awesome. It's got Ward. It lets you do a bunch of different things. You can discard a card, discard the Channel ability. I mean, this card is very, very good, and because it is an enchantment, it does go really well with the Spirit Sister's Call. So let's see what they got. They got a lot of different mana sources here. Got to be careful here. We also do have the Kami War, which is absolutely awesome. The Teachings of the Kirin, Dragon Ball Z. Mill 3 cards is really awesome here because it goes along with the Spirit Sister's Call as well. I'm a little bit confused here. 1, 2. I mean, they have like if they have a Meat Hook Massacre, they can just do it anyway. Yeah, if they have a Meat Hook, they can just do it. I know we're probably playing into their book here, but we're going to go ahead and block. I just don't want to take any more damage. If they get rid of the Sky Turtle, I mean, it's not really like the end of the world either. So take a treasure. They can use, if they have Farewell, and they Farewell all of our enchantments, good game. I mean, just honestly, it's probably going to be a good game. We still have another Kami War, but they get to exile all graveyards too. That would be pretty nightmarish. There it is! Oh boy. Okay, so they exile our entire graveyard as well. Not good. Not good at all. If they have another Farewell...
We must protect the people.
Another Eye Twitch. Okay, not another Eye Twitch. The first Eye Twitch. We do have another Krillins here. We can go for the Kami War as well as the Teachings to kind of replenish our graveyard, but wow, what an absolute bummer there. So let's go for the Teachings here. Mill 3 cards. And let's go for the Kami War. At this point, we can just go ahead and take the Emperor. I'm not too worried about anything else. Just take the Emperor.
Try not to miss me.
Try not to miss you. If they have an, oh my gosh, I mean, if they have another Farewell, it's absolutely game. It's already going to be an uphill battle coming out from here. But Farewell just absolutely torches us. That is very unfortunate. Great Hall of Starnheim. Okay, so we could block, chump block here. I guess we won't. It's actually pretty close. I'm getting a little bit nervous, especially because they have Cave of the Frost Dragon. But we can also put a 1/1 counter on this creature in due time, so I guess we actually are going to block here. Our win condition is going to be going long and hard with the Kami War, so... And we do get a Restoration of... Okay, so let's see what we want to do. Put a 1/1 counter. It doesn't really matter. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I guess we'll just take the Samurai here. This thing will just be able to go away. Okay, so this is going to put a 1/1 counter. Obviously, that is not going to be relevant. They have to discard a card. That's actually pretty cool. We get them to discard a card. So we're going to go with the Restoration here. Yep, let's just go for Restoration. I'm really nervous about this Cave of the Frost Dragon. They can still do a lot of different things here. So search our library for a basic planes. Should be running at least 1 more planes, so that's cool. Drop our planes. Drop our Teachings. Unfortunately, we're not running any God cards with the World Tree. Maybe we should consider at least just running 1 God card. I wish there was a God enchantment, but I'm pretty sure there's not. So we get another Spirit token here. Wandering Emperor. Okay.
Run away. You'll be safer. Guards, to me.
I think we probably actually did a misplay here because Restoration, you may discard a card. And we don't have a card to discard anymore, so that was actually a pretty big misplay. So, oof, that doesn't feel good. But, oh, another farewell. Well, it's over now, isn't it? We'll go ahead and give him a sad face, because that is absolutely good game. What a travesty. I think we're going to go ahead and...
Remember your training.
I guess we could draw another Kami War, but if we don't draw another Kami War right now, we're definitely going to just concede. Oh my god, we get a Kami War! No way! No way! Okay, well... Okay, we're back online. We're back online here. I guess we'll go ahead and drop the Kami War. We're actually going to get rid of the eye twitch. As weird as this is, this thing can still fly and they get to learn. So, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, just pass turn. We can still chump block here. I mean, if we survive 2 farewells, hey, it is what it is. The farewells absolutely kill us. So, Amerio's Call, okay. I'm just going to be chump blocking. We're just down so much life here. Yep, 43, first strike indestructible.
How we greet our enemies.
Okay, we do get a land here, which is really unfortunate, but we can pop back this. Oh man, our luck, we actually got him to discard the Mythic Massacre as well. Our luck has run out, unfortunately. We can place this down. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can actually, yeah, it's a good game, but we could have maybe won for World Tree. No, I think we would just be 1 behind the World Tree anyway. So 2 farewells, really unfortunate. That's going to be game. Darn it. So we're back here at the Hideout with the post-game rep. Definitely gotta say, this tick was an absolute blast to play with. I would say on the level of fun, probably a 10 out of 10, maybe even 11 out of 10. Probably breaks the scale. In terms of competitiveness, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. It definitely can roll with some of the top end decks. I would just be a little wary of the aggro matchup. Aggro is just so hard to come back from. If you're going second versus aggro, it just become an uphill battle very, very quickly. You need a borrow time, you need a Binding of the Old Gods very quickly, but if you're on the draw, it's just gonna be a little bit slow. Not too sure what else to put in here. I know people are gonna say Mythic Massacre. I'm telling you right now, no. The answer is no. Mythic Massacre is just too slow. It's not good in this deck because for one, you're gonna, again, the biggest problem is aggro, so you'd probably need like a Doomscar or something. Mythic Massacre is just not able to deal with the amount of creatures that can go big into this format, so don't even say Mythic Massacre. And Mythic Massacre is also 2 black, so no on the Mythic Massacre. I've already tried it out and it's not good. So if hey, be my guest if you want to try out Mythic Massacre. It's just not that good in this deck. Probably, if anything, just run like Doomscar or something. But hey, I'm not gonna lie, this deck is more of a Mimi type deck, and it's gonna be very hard to face aggro. Control is kind of a mixed bag. Control, you can do a lot of different cool things, but the problem with Control is a little card called Farewell is out now. So Farewell absolutely dominates our deck. They can just go ahead and exile all enchantments, and then that is see you later. And they also exile the graveyard, so you can't even really do anything with the teachings or anything. But as far as critiquing, yeah, like I said, it's just a little bit slow versus aggro, and Control with Farewell takes us out. But it was a really good maybe you can, hey, maybe I like to make decks so that you can use them and tinker with them and maybe make them even better. So go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Go ahead and leave me a like. It helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, tell me how ugly I am in the comments below. Just do something, because I'm trying to make this channel the biggest it can be. But until then, I will see you on the next episode. ManaMan out.